Okay, good morning, guys. How are you doing today? Good morning, online. Good morning. Yes, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. You want AC? It's too cold, no? Open it, no? Boys, someone help them to open the door. Mm. Okay, nice. Hope everyone are doing good. And by the way, did you complete it? Transfer family? Nice. Correct. Online? So those who are up to date on the practicals, they are really good in knowledge and technical. But those who are not doing the practicals, please take time and do it. Okay, that's the only thing I can say. From my part, I'm delivering it. It is left from your side, right? Those who are doing the practicals is perfect. You're doing very good. Sir, I got the bill 0.19 USD. Congratulations, Priyanka. So I told you, right? A little bit will come. That's fine. Yeah. I told you no already. For storage gateway, you will get, right? Yeah. So today, what we're gonna do is, yesterday I gave you one extra. Yes or no? Yeah, that's fine, Harsha. So I gave you one extra service yesterday, right? So you know that I like to give all the time extra, right? You always say, no, sir is doing extras. No, huh? No, no. Okay. So extra services. So today also, what I do is I'm gonna give you one more extra service. Okay. Smile on the faces, huh? Nice. Do you like it or not? It's good, no? Getting so which is out of our syllabus, but still, which this will be really helpful in the migration point of view. So this will help a lot. So it is good to learn this. Anyways, we are not hurry in closing the course, right? So one day is completely fine. So we are learning a new service. So let's move on to today's class. So can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Okay. So today's service is, we call it as AWS Data Sync. What is it, Nana? AWS Data. Have you heard? No, right? So AWS Data Sync. As the name clearly says, what is that? Data sync. So if you want to sync, what is the meaning of sync? Sync. Array, you and me both are in sync, re. People will say no. Ah, same. Sync meaning same. Source and destination should have all the time same data, right? So let's say, for example, the source has something extra data, automatically that extra data will get copied to the destination, right? So both A and B will have contain the same. If there is any difference, automatically sync will happen. Okay, sync from where to where? From on-premises to AWS, that meaning mainly which service? S3. Which service? S3. So from on-premises to S3, right? Or on-premises to EFS, on-premise to FSX, or this is from on-premises to AWS, or S3 to EFS, S3 to FSX. So between the storage services, if you want to sync the data from your on-premises to AWS or within AWS from service to service, then we can use the concept called data sync. So this is not a old service. This is newly introduced. Newly introduced meaning few months back. But this will be really helpful for the data migration. What is it, Nana? Let's say in your on-premises, you have huge data. If you want to migrate to S3, can you do it? No. Instead of getting your, what is that, dabba? Physical data transfer. Huh? Uh-huh. Which service is a physical data transfer? Physical. Snow family. Which one? Snow family. So that snow family, in that we have three dabbas, no? Mainly. One small dabba. Which one? Snow cone. Medium dabba. Big dabba. Snow mobile, right? So in order to move, let's say in on-premises, I have huge data, terabytes of data. So can we call snow cone or snow edge and then send the data through courier? No. I'm giving you multiple services. Based on a requirement, you can pick up based on your usage, and based on requirement, you can pick up the service. It's not necessary. You can say, sir, Snow family is there. No, sir, why data sync? You have so many ways. So it is based on a requirement which is suitable for you. You can opt it. Here also data sync, if you want to transfer the files from on-premises to AWS or AWS to AWS, like S3 to EFS or FSX. So you can use this data sync. In your on-premises, if you want to transfer the data, it will use the internet and will transfer the data. And this data sync, do you remember we have direct connect also? Remember direct connect? Yes or no? What is direct connect? Is a lease line connection, no? It's a dedicated lease line connection from your on-premises to AWS. So that meaning that is AWS network only, no? On this data sync is faster. How many times? 10 times faster than your normal internet and your normal data sync, data transfer, and with the direct connect also. How much faster? 10 times faster. It will, and that 2 trillion, that 2 millions of data, I mean, millions of files, terabytes, millions, hundreds of terabytes, it can sync the data very fast with your normal tools also, with your internet also, with the direct connects also. In front of data syncs, it's jujube. It's very. So nowadays, if people want to migrate the data from on-premises to AWS or migrate from S3 to EFS, so people are using data sync. In on-premises, you might be writing few scripts to copy the data to somewhere, backups. Instead of using that copying scripts, taking the backups, can we use data sync to send the data? Yes. You understand? I'm giving the what is data sync, what it does basically. You understand? So can we say it's easily transfer to data to and fro from AWS to on-premises, on-premises to AWS, and within AWS also? How much time faster? 10 times faster. So it will make easy for us the data transfer, no data migrations and all. Yes or no? So it will release the manual effort also, no? Yes or no? So instead of you spending a lot of time to do the data migration, we can use data syncs to data migration, no? You understand? You understand the concept. What is the main motto of data sync, right? So I'll start writing all those things, what we have discussed quickly. So it's easily transfer, write down data to and fro from AWS up to 10 times fast. AWS data sync makes it simple and fast to move large amount of data online between on-prem, S3, EFS, and FSX. FXX for Windows. Getting it? And also manual tasks related to data transfer can slow down migrations and burden IT operations. Manual task is very hard to maintain it and it'll take time. And whatever data sync eliminate or automatically handles many of these tasks, including scripting, copy jobs, scheduling, monitoring, transferring, etc. It takes care of all these things. And by the way, remember, if you want to transfer on-premises to AWS or something from source to destination, what should be there in between? In storage gateway also, what was there in between? What is that called? Agent. What is that called? Agent. So agent should be there in order to transfer the data from source to destination. So here also we have something called data sync agent. So data sync agent connects to your destination storage and sync the data from source. So this is what data sync do. Data sync can transfer hundreds of terabytes and millions of files at speed up to 10 times faster than your normal tools, internet, or direct connect. That's why we use. So if you read this, you can easily understand what is data sync. Online, is this clear? Nice. Okay. Is this clear, everyone, for you? Nice. So here, let's take an example. Yesterday, we did on-premises to AWS, no? What is that? Storage gateway we did, no? I mean, last in a couple of classes back. So this time, should we do within AWS data transfer? That meaning from where to where should we move? S3 to EFS. Should we take that an example and do the data sync? Okay. So let's take an example of, so here, example of transferring data from S3 to EFS using data sync. So this is the task that we'll be doing it now. So what's the task? Transferring the data from S3 to EFS, S3 to EFS using this data sync. Okay, so you can imagine the diagram, no? You can imagine the diagram. How? What you should have? So imagine what is your source? S3. What is the destination? EFS. So first of all, we need to create this both, no? Yes or no? So I told you in the last time, first, whatever requirement you have to imagine that and put it on the paper, right? So whenever you have this task, so you got a task that you need to do the data migration. So simply don't go to console and start doing it. So first try to architect it. So first you need to have source. What is our source here? S3. What is our destination? These two has to be created, no? So by default, S3 should be public bucket or private bucket. Private. Within AWS, we are creating, no? So it should be public or private? Private. So I'll go and create S3 private. And then I need to do the sync, no? So that meaning, should I upload few files in S3 already? I'll keep it ready. So I'll add one small file, but in real time, you have millions of data, right? Millions, terabytes of data you'll have it. But do you keep GBs of data here now? You will get the bill for this. So doing it with one file, doing with 1,000 files are same or not? It is same. So what I do is I'll create an S3 private bucket and I'll upload one small image or a small empty text or some file. And then I'll keep the EFS created and ready. You know how to create an EFS? Yes or no? You know how to create EFS or not? So I create an EFS and keep it ready. And then to check, and then what I do, I have source S3, I have destination EFS configured. And now what I need to configure in between? Agent, data sync, we need to configure. So we'll go to the data sync service and then start creating the agent. So this agent should be on where? On EC2 instance. This agent should be on EC2. So we do we need to install the agent? Not required, because AWS will give you, oh, AWS will give you the image, no? In that image, data sync will be there. But today, I'll show you a little bit different. How do you get a latest image which has the data sync installed from AWS? So we'll use another service also today. So in between, we have data sync and we configure the agent. And then we'll create a task in the data sync. We'll create a task saying that S3 is our source, EFS is our destination, and we run the task. Once we run the task, whatever is there in your source bucket, whatever is there, everything will get automatically copied to EFS. That is the task that we're gonna do. Clear? Everyone online, is it clear? So now you tell me how to draw the diagram. So this is S3, which is our source. And this one is EFS. S3, EFS. Okay. S3, what bucket? Private bucket. And what I do here, keep few objects already uploaded. Few objects meaning don't try to upload the huge many objects. Just go with only one. Okay. So here it is. This one is what, Nana? EFS. This one is EFS. Do we have any data in the EFS? No, don't. So in between, what I need to create? Data sync agent we need to create. So this agent should be on EC2 instance or not? This is on the EC2 instance. Inside this, what is their data? Sync agent. data sync agent. And this EC2 instance is secured by security group, no? This EC2 instance secured by security group. So here, what is the protocol that we use as we are using Linux? And we go with the NFS. What is it now? NFS port number, we go for it. So here, this EC2 instance can be, this data sync agent can be on EC2. This can be on on-prem. Yes or no? Yes. So this can be on EC2. That means within AWS also, we can have data sync. In the on-premises also, we have the data sync. Okay. And then here, we need to run the task. So once you run the task, automatically, whatever the data that you have from here will be sync from here to here, automatic. Clear? We'll see. Okay. Is it clear? Online, is it clear, Nana, till here? Okay. Should we do this practical? Okay. See this diagram for a minute and tell me what to create first, what to create next, and what to do next to next. Tell me. See this diagram first. Nana, in order to check whether data is copied from here to here, how do I check the data in EFS? Have you completed EFS task? So you have created EFS. After that, what you created? Nana, how to check my data in EFS? How to check? Huh? How to check my data in EFS? Is it possible directly log into EFS? EFS is completely managed by AWS. Then how do you check the data in EFS? You know that. You know this already. You launch one EC2 instance and mount EFS, no? Why you are thinking that? Launch one EC2 instance and then mount. So in order to check here, should we go and launch one EC2 instance? Same EFS practicals, you need to repeat it. So here you mount this EFS to this guy and then log into this and check the data is same or not. So if you're mounting EFS, so what is the protocol that you need to allow in the EC2 security group? NFS. And then you know how to install NFS utils, etc., etc., how to do it, right? Okay. So meanwhile, I'll log in. Okay. I have logged in. So you tell me, Nana, so what is the first thing that I need to create here? Create a S3 bucket. Public or private? Private bucket. Let's go and create one S3 bucket. Create bucket. I'll put it in Mumbai and I call it as 9 a.m. Data sync BKT. Should I use it? Okay. So, and then the public bucket or private? Private only, no? So ACL disable. So don't, and blah, blah, blah. And then go ahead and click on create bucket. And I'll upload one small image here because I need to sync the data, no? So small image also, any file also you can upload, no issues. So here, for example, desktop image one or maintenance, anything is fine. Okay. I'm just uploading image one. Done. So my source is ready. So assume here that you have lot of data here. In S3 bucket, you have lot of data. So now you want to migrate this entire data to EFS. You have so many combinations. No, assume that you have on-premises also. From on-premises, can you move it to the data to the S3 also? From on-premises, can you move it to EFS also? From S3 to EFS also? EFS to FS, anywhere you can do the source. Source and destinations you can choose. Okay. Now source is done. What is the next step? So here I'll write. What is the first step, Nana? Create a private S3 bucket and upload a sample file. Okay, what is the next step? Create EFS. So let's go to EFS. Create, you know how to do it. You tell me, I'll do. Create EFS and call it as 9 a.m. EFS demo. Create a customizer. Customize. Regional one zone. Backups. No need. This one, keep it none. Encryption, not required. Keep everything default. Click on next. Do you want 1C? Remove it off. Next. Do you need all these things? No. And then go ahead and then create it. Make sure that it is in Mumbai, same region. Okay. Now EFS is done, Nana. What is the next thing? Huh? Oh, that will do last. Once the data is migrated, we'll check last that EC2 instance. What is the next step? Source to destination is done. We need to set up a data sync agent. We need to set up. So which service we need to go? Data sync. So should we go here? Type data sync. So open this data sync. What we need to create? We need to create a agent. Here, do you see this here we have on the left side? Agent. So click on the agent. Okay, Nana. So you have locations also. Locations meaning source to destination. Where is your source? Where is your destination? Task meaning once the agent is created, once the locations are done, then we need to create a task. Yes or no? Directly can you create task? Because no, there is no source, so there is no destination, there is no agent. So task doesn't make any sense. So first we need to set up what? Agent. So create agent. So where is your agent should be? If it is on premises, it can be, you can download the image, VMware image, like storage gateway. No, yes or no? In on-premise, if you have, if you want to have this data sync agent on-premises, in on-premises, you need to install data sync agent. Na? How? You know to install, you can download the image directly from here. So from now, from what I need to select here? EC2, because our data sync should be on our AWS. Okay, endpoint should be public or private? Let's go with the public because we are in the internet, no? Yes, we'll go to the public. And here it is asking for automatically get the activation key from your agent. So here. So now we are creating the agent and it is asking for the agent address. Agent address meaning what? IP address only, no? Agent address meaning IP address. So now what we need to do, we need to go and launch one EC2 instance with data sync agent. Yes or no? Yes or no? So for this, what we need to do is, do you see here? Let's see, do you see this? Learn more. So I'm opening here, learn more. So how to set up the data sync agent? Do you see this? We need to follow this, Nana. What is this? We need to follow this. Okay, you know how to launch an EC2 instance. What the problem only here is we need to have an AMI which has data sync agent installed already. Yes or no? No, no, yes or no? So generally, how you are launching the EC2, you are selecting Red Hat, no? Now we need to select Red Hat. No, we need to select the EC2 AMI ID which has already data sync agent installed. How do you know that AMI ID? So you need to follow this one. Do you see this? You need to follow. So if you use this command, this is the AWS CLI command. What command, Anna? CLI command. So where should I run the CLI command? Have you done CLI practical? What we need to do for that, we need to launch an EC2 instance, log into it and install AWS CLI, configure the keys, and then you need to run this command. If you run this command, it will give the latest data sync AMI ID. But in order to run this command, we need to do launching EC2 instance, install CLI, configure keys. Do you need to do all these things? So what we can do here is, I'm introducing you one more service here, which is called Cloud Shell. What is that? Do you see this here? Do you remember in starting days I told you about this? It is an alternate of AWS CLI. Yes or no? Remember? Alternate. So instead of instead of you going and launching EC2 instance, installing AWS CLI, configuring keys, setting up stuff, if you want to directly run few AWS CLI commands, can you use Cloud Shell here? So just click on Cloud Shell. Click on it. Automatically a temporary your CLI environment will be created over here. So can I run this command, Nana, here? Can I run this command? Can I run this command here? Yes. Copy, paste. And last, here we have region. No, which region we need to launch an EC2 instance? Mumbai. So AP South -1. Enter. Do you see this? No, no, this is output. What output is this? JSON output. And do you see this AMI? This is the latest data sync AMI ID. Can we use this AMI ID and then launch EC2 instance now? Yes or no? Do you all understood how? No, no, do you all understood here? So here you need to replace what? AP minus South, AP South -1. Where? In Cloud Shell. Open Cloud Shell and paste the below command. So once you have pasted, what it does? It gives data sync AMI ID. So for me, what is AMI ID? I copy this. I paste it. What is this ray? Huh? Copy. Okay. Everyone understood how to get the AMI ID? No, no. Everyone know how to get. So I am going back here. So this is done. And this is the AMI ID that we got. Coming down. And this is how you launch an EC2 instance. I copy this, the entire URL, and I put it over here. So here HTTP column, blah, 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 this is fine. Region. Which region here you need to put? Source file system region. Which region we have created this? In which region that we need to launch an EC2 instance? Mumbai. So which one? AP minus South -1. Don't remove that hash. Okay. And here last AMI ID is, take out this and then put this AMI. See that URL. Okay, now? Do you understand how the URL got generated now? Online, is this clear? I'm showing you this again. So what you need to do is simply, Nana, in this, replace this source file system region, AP minus south minus 1, and then AMI ID with the top AMI ID. And then what you do, copy this entire URL and put it in the browser. And directly it will launch the EC2 instance. Do you see AMI it is selecting automatically, which has data sync. Let's wait. Do you see this, Nana, here? Okay. So not required. We already got enough. Do you all understood how to get the data sync AMI ID and how to launch an EC2 instance? Yes or no? Or you want me to repeat? Yes, sir. Online? Is it clear? So now we are going and launching the EC2 instance. And what is this here? Data sync agent. So here, data sync, T2 micro is fine. And then I go with 9am batch, edit it. I go with 1A, select existing group, default, and then go ahead and then launch instance. So we are launching. So now our data sync agent is getting ready. And it has an IP address, no? No, do you got the IP address, no? This IP address, where you need to give? Here you need to give. Because it is asking agent address. So in order to give the agent address, you need to have the agent ready, no? And how to set up that agent? So I'm repeating here. Open this here, learn more under EC2 instance. You will open this page. And what you do is, and we have here, use this command. Where you need to put this command in? Cloud Shell. Where do you need to put? In Cloud Shell. So put it and replace region. So once you put it, you will get the AMI ID, no? Copy that AMI ID. This AMI ID you can copy from here. And then you need to take this entire URL in the notepad and replace source file system region as AP minus south minus 1, image ID as the one which you got here. And then take that and put it in the browser. Automatically you can launch the instance. Okay, Harsha? Okay. So let's wait. This is up and running. So you need to wait until it is 2/2 checks are passed. Okay. Otherwise, this will not get connected here. Let's wait. And what we did here, what's the next step, Nana? Create data sync agent. And where did you select it? Select EC2. And then launch EC2 instance with data sync AMI. Okay. To get the AMI, use the link. Okay, na? Okay. And copy the EC2 instance public IP and put it as agent address. So let's wait. 2/6 checks pass, no? So what I do is I copy this and put it in the agent here. Same thing. And click on get key. So this will get connected to the agent now, and then it will get it. Just looking like a wow. It's working. Do you see that? Successfully retrieved activation key from the agent. So in your security group, Nana, agent address, I have given HTTP colon slashes that URL, no? So that in your security group, what protocol needs to be opened? HTTP. NFS also you need to open, SSH you need to open, and HTTP. These three need to open. Write down in your book. So here you need to, in security group, in SC, allow HTTP, SSH, NFS. NFS is for your EFS. In security group, allow HTTP, SSH, and NFS. If you have not allowed HTTP, can your agent will get connected? Okay. So now, do you see this here? No, everyone. So now we are creating the agent. Automatically you get this agent name. Give the name. Give some name. Huh? No, no. Normal, not normal name. My agent. Your agent, huh? So can call it as Agent Vikram. Huh? Nice name. Okay. There is a question, sir. In real time, we are using agents for deploying app, right? This one and that agent is same. What? Okay, good. It's not good question, funny question. So he's asking, sir, that agent to this agent to both are same or not? You have so many agents in real time also, no? One is detective agent, one is spy agent, one is other agent, another one is whatever agent. So the concept of the agent is same. What? Taking something there and giving there, passing the information, right? So the agent, there are different raw agent, 9 a.m. batch agent. See, so agent concept is same, taking the information there and give it to someone else. So the concept of agent is same, but here the names requirement will be different, and names will be different. Okay, no? Agent Ayagaru number one. Na. Okay. So now I going clicking on create agent. Okay. So I created the agent. Na. I created the agent. So do you see this here? I created the agent. Agent is also online. You can edit the agent anytime. You can delete the agent. So now I created it. What is the next step? Locations we need to create. Yes or no, guys? So okay, if you directly go and create task also, it will ask location there. Let's see. Click on create task. See, it is asking location, no? So either you can create the locations from here directly, or else when you're creating the task, it will ask. So create task, create a new location or choose an existing location. New location. If you already created locations, choose an existing location. So create a location, location type. This is what location? Source. What is our source here? S3. This source is here S3. See, source can be EFS, source can be FSX, source can be S3, source can be HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System in your on-premises. Source can be your Azure Blob also. What is Blob? In AWS, we call S3. In Azure, they call it as Blob. Right? I told you, concepts are same across the cloud providers. Only the names are different. Here we call it as S3. There they call it as Blob storage. Here we call it as instance. There they call it as virtual machine. Right? For everything, there will be different names. Okay. And it can be source also. So it can be any source, basically. Right? And which source we need to select here? S3. And which region and which bucket you want to move, you want to sync the data, this one. And here folder, choose a folder prefix that will be used to for the data transfer. Actually, you don't need to choose. It's not mandatory. If at all, basically in your bucket, you can have subfolders, no? So which subfolder that you want to sync the data, but do you want to sync the subfolder or enter bucket? entire packet. So don't give anything. What is that? Sir, on-prem Windows file system will come under what source type? Yep. In on-premises, here, select whichever. Some object storage. Windows meaning SMB. Windows will come under what, Nana? SMB, no? Remember, SMB is for Windows. Or you can go with HDF's Hadoop also. Okay. So here, role you have asked, no? Role here. IAM role is already created here. It's auto-generated. What is it, Nana? Auto. If it is not auto-generated, click on it and it will get auto-generated here. You no need to create the role. Okay. Now click on next. Now you understood how to create a location. Select create a new location. Select S3 your bucket. Don't give any folder. Select this is IAM role got created. Click on next. And then it is asking for destination location. Where is your destination? EFS. Do you see this here? EFS. And you created in which region? Mumbai region. It can be any region also, no problem. And which file system? 9 AM. Yeah. And mount path, it should be slash. Your root directory, it is getting mounted automatically. So many people will do the mistake here. Just note down, so you should put it as slash. So write down in your book or somewhere, destination location, after selecting EFS, mount path is equal to slash. Choose a subnet. You can select 1A. Which security group? Default security group. Okay. Okay, Nana. Did you wrote? Done? Okay. So do you see here? Step 1 is source you need to configure. Step 2, destination you need to configure. So you select everything nicely, properly. And if you want in-transit encryption, in-transit meaning the data is transferring from S3 to EFS, no? So in between, if you want to encrypt the data, you can use in-transit. What is in-transit? Encryption while transferring. Very good. Moving. So now click on next. Task name. Okay. I call it as my task, or call it as, instead of saying my task, ES3 to EFS sync task. So that can easily identify in real time. So here, content to scan. So basically, you no need to do any scan. So basically, you scan everything. If you want to exclude any of the files while syncing, use this option. Verification. So once verify only the data, blah, blah, blah. So basically, it is basically your additional information. Keep deleted files, overwrite files, everything based on requirement. You can select or uncheck. Copy the same. Okay, see, schedule. Let's say you have in your source, you have a lot of data and the data is getting increased, or everything, everyday data is getting updated. So that meaning every day it has to be synced, no? If you want to keep it the same data in destination. So can you schedule it? Yes. You can do it one time also. You can schedule it every day at night, this much time. You can go ahead and then hourly, daily, weekly. Also, you can go and schedule it. So if you want to send any report, you can send a report. Do you want logging, Nana? Do not send any logs, because in CloudWatch it will be a charge for you. Now click on next. And then finally click on create task. Guys, everyone understood how to create a task? So what we did here? What is the sixth step? What is the sixth step? Create a task. And while creating a task, you need to create a location. Create a task, create location. Create location. Source, you need to select which one? S3. Destination, you need to select EFS. And then do not use locks. So what's the next step? So now what we did was, it is here, we have created the task. And what we need to do now? Task is ready. What we need to do now? We need to start. No, we have not scheduled it. So task is ready. I need to start it. So once I start the task, what will happen? Data will sync from your S3 to EFS. Whatever is there in S3, what is there in S3? Image 1 is there, that will get synced to the EFS. So should I go and start it? Click on start. Boom. And it has now become running. So it will take little bit time to get initialized and set up everything. And now after this, once the task is finished, so the data will be synced to EFS. And how do we check the data in EFS? So let's launch one EC2 instance and then mount it. Should we do it meanwhile? So let's go and launch one EC2 instance and mount it. Do you all understood how I'm integrating multiple services? Using data syncs, I'm integrating S3, I'm integrating EFS, I'm integrating CloudWatch. Remember? Understood? So I call it as EFS check, data check. And you can take your normal favorite Red Hat. Keep it 9 a.m. Edit. I'll put it in 1A. And then existing group. Select. And then go ahead and launch. So it is getting launched. Let's wait. And meanwhile, let's see our task. C execution details. And it is what it's saying here. Status is launching. If you click on the task also, so you can see what are the locations, what are the options that you have selected, what is schedule and monitoring, and you can see the history. And do you see this history? In history, it is what is status? It is launching. So you can check meanwhile here. It is launching. Status is launch. It will take time. So meanwhile, and we have launched one EFS data check. No. So what we do now? We'll connect to this EFS, and then what you need to install? How to set up EFS? For that, what you need to do? What are the commands that you need to do for EFS? Yum install nfs minus utils, and then did you forget or do you don't remember or what? How many times? You did only one time, huh? Right? So mkdir EFS you need to create, and then mount. What is the command mount? Mount minus t nfs4, that DNS name, :/ and then EFS / and then CD EFS. And then if you do ls, we should see that what data? S3 data. So let's wait until these 2/2 checks are up. So it is. So now anytime you can go and stop it also. Okay. What is this called? Success. Yes or no? So if something somewhere is not working, then you will get fail error there. So it shows success. So what we do is now here, let's go and connect and check it. So let's connect, open putty. Hold credentials. Open it. Action. EC2 minus user. Sudo minus yes. Fatafat you need to tell m install minus y, nfs minus it is. So it is install completed. What is the next step? mkdir efs mount minus t nfs4 mount point. From where do I get? Go to go to EFS, and then we have the DNS name now. Copy this DNS, put it over here, colon, slash, space, EFS, slash, CD, EFS. Now if I do ls, what should I get? Do you see that? Image one. So data is sync now. So whatever the data that you put it there, and then it got sync. So now if I upload image 2, we'll get sync automatically here. Yes or no? Answer is no. Why? Very good. So answer is no, because we have the task. No, we ran it manually. So once you have uploaded anything, again you need to start the task. So if you want to have it automatically, schedule it. Very good, Nana. Is it clear? Data sync, which is very most commonly used nowadays in the real time. This is for migration purpose, data migration purpose. Clear? Will you able to do this practical? So what is easy? No, I'm giving steps also to do everything. After this, what you do? Run the task. Run the task. After that, and wait until it says success. After that, launch a Linux EC2 instance and mount EFS. Do I need to write the commands also here? EFS commands? No need, no. I say mount EFS, and then check the files. It should show the files of S3 in EFS because data sync has synced the data from S3 to EFS. So this is the task. Understood, na? Everyone? Another extra service for you. So whatever the service it may be, Nana, in AWS, you have hundreds of services, right? Hundreds of services. Based on a requirement, can you choose the service and try to explore? Yes or no? Right? So in future, in real time, you got a new requirement. So you no need to say, sir, Ria sir has not told the service. Yes or no? Will you say that? It's not like that. So now you are ready with all the information. The only thing is you need to explore. Anything, any new requirement, if it falls under whatever it is discussed, it's easy. Otherwise, you need to try to explore. Exploring is half of the IT industry, right? Exploring and doing it. Okay, any questions? Will you able to do this practical? Okay, see, one more If it is in on premises, what is it, Nana? On premises. Assume this is on premises. What is this? What do we have in on premises? Huh? You're having cold? Why you're so silent today? Huh? In on premises, what do we have? Huh? What does the data center contain? Servers? No, then why you're silent? Come on, don't be that much silent, yeah? So here in on premises, you have on-prem servers will be there, storages will be there. Yes or no? Servers will be there, storages will be there. Your HDFS also will be there. What is HDFS? Hadoop file system. While doing the data sync in source, I told you, no, HDFS. I clearly explain Hadoop file system. So I want to make you to tell that. Now tell, what is HDFS? Mouth. Say with your mouth. Remember, since day one, what we are, why I'm injecting your brains is you are repeating it. So if you're sitting silent, it will not register. Right? What is HDFS? Hadoop file system. It is one of the file system in your on-premises where the data is stored. So wherever the data is stored in your on-premises, everything can be synced. So this is your on-premises, and this is the AWS. Okay. I'll put like this, huh? AWS, very nasty thing. But say this is AWS. In AWS, what are the services we have? What are the services we can replicate the data to AWS? S3 we can replicate, EFS we can replicate, EFSX we can replicate for the moment. And what do you have in between? Data sync. So that if it is in on-premises, the data sync should be in your on-premises or in AWS? On-premises. So here the data sync agent is on your virtual machine or not? This is on your virtual machine. Data sync agent on VM. And it's very hard. If I ask this question, it's very hard for you to remember and say that, but I'm asking this question. 100% you don't remember. Which is the service where AWS will set up your private cloud in your on-premises? నేను చెప్పానా? నీకు చెప్పానా? Right? Harsha has replied. Fantastic, Harsha. What's that? Outpost. Remember that? You don't remember. Did I told you? Outpost. Huh? So Outpost is one of the service which act as a private cloud. So AWS will set up the private cloud in your on-premises. And that private clouds, which service is that? Outpost. Your data sync agent can be in Outposts also? Yeah. So here it will be like AWS Outpost. So your VM on Outpost. So like this, your data sync agent can be on any of the device. Data sync agent can be on any device in on-prem. Data sync agent can be. Okay, from your on-premises, it uses NFS to connect your data sync. It uses SMB to connect your data sync, and it uses HDFS to connect your data sync. Yes or no? No protocols. From here, from on-premises, it will be synced to your AWS. Okay, now tell me another. You know this question, but let's see you can answer today or not. Because today you guys are like having jumbo biryani what time, how the people will feel. That's how you feel today. So from your on-premises to AWS, how do you connect? Using? Huh? Louder. from on-premises to AWS. How do you connect? I'm not talking about data thing. You have on-premises and you have AWS. How do you connect from your on-premises to AWS? Forget about data. I want just connection. You have your company. From company to AWS, how do you connect? Through VPN. Okay, I understood. I use a word called company. So that meaning that you got triggered. I don't want you to be like that. So then the question can change. So I make you to understand as a company. Can a company can say on premises also? Yes. So how do you connect from a company to AWS? Through VPN. If you don't want VPN, if you want to have a dedicated connection, what do you use? Louder. Direct connect. Which one, Nana? Direct connect. So from on-premises, okay, I'll write here company. Company. So from on-premises, you'll use direct connect. Use direct connect. Or you use what, Nana? VPN. And then to connect to S3, we have data sync agent. Is there no data sync service on AWS? We configure data sync agent, data sync service here. AWS data sync. So AWS data sync is there. And from here, it will be connected to S3. It will be connected to EFS. It can be connected to FSX. So remember, source can be on-prem or AWS to AWS. AWS to AWS. Okay. So I gave this diagram because in real time, it might also use from on-premises point of view. Okay. Online, this is clear, Nana? Super. Will you able to do these practicals? Any questions? Take the screenshots. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll be moving to database services. Okay. So again, I'm saying you have been getting a lot of practicals every day. So please complete it and please be up to date on the practicals. If you have any questions, please let me know, or you have mentors also where they'll help you. Okay. Take the another one. So you know Cloud Shell also now? Yes or no? See here. Once you have opened the Cloud Shell, do you see here? Somewhere we have opened Cloud Shell now. Okay. So it was there already. It was there like this, no? What you do is once you are done with your work here in Cloud Shell, go to Actions and then delete AWS Cloud Shell home directory. So if you delete like this, we can delete. So your cloud and immediately close it. Okay, so that the directory will not be there. There is no harm keeping it, but why unnecessarily? So once you are done with it, so what you need to do now, go and delete the agent Vikram. Huh? So here, copy and then paste it, delete it. Locations also is there, no? So please select the locations and then delete it, is in use. So before that, we need to remove the task. Delete the task and locations, select it and then say delete it. Task history, agents. So nothing is there. So my data sync is clean. So we need to go and delete EFS. So select it and then delete it. Delete it and delete the bucket. Delete bucket, S3 is clean, and finally terminate the EC2 instances. So, okay, then any questions? Okay, good. So please complete these practicals. As I said, if you have any questions, please reach out to us. So if you don't have any questions, can you please give me final CC for today with smile, please? So you guys are happy with the extra services? Yes or no? Great. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next service. Until then, take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.